it's time to get your garden questions answered. Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is taking your calls at 270-9933. She's joined us live now. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, guys. I only run if I'm being chased. That's my motto.
That's a good motto. We got the calls already lined up. We'll start with Chris in Madison. Hi, Chris.
Hi, how are you?
Good. What's your question?
I'm fine.
Hi. I have some gnats flying around my houseplants, and I'm looking for a non-toxic solution to put on to get rid of them.
Okay, so what you probably have are fungus gnats. And when you have houseplants that maybe have some of that mossy covering over the soil or a little bit of bark, they're kind of hanging out in the decomposing soil. So they're not going to hurt your houseplants at all, but you can get by Bayer a little capsule that's a systemic fungicide and put it right in the soil, and that will take care of it.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, very good. Let's go to Chris from Grand Marsh. Hi, Chris. What's your question?
Hi. I was wondering, when can you transplant lilacs?
Okay, the best time to transplant lilacs is in the early spring before they really start to leaf out. So if you've got some big ones that you're working on for next year, you're going to maybe want to do a little cutting back of them this fall to get them ready and easier to move in the spring.
All right, let's go to Jonah now in Janesville. Hi, what's your question?
Hi, yes, I'm working in a neighbor's yard trying to bring it back up to Skippy, and I was wondering the best time to dig up and transplant bulbs. I have found all these bulbs in the yard that were hidden by tall grass and weeds, and I think it's tulips and lilies.
Do they have any leaves on them?
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're going to want to leave them growing until that foliage starts to yellow, because that's how they're going to store energy to flower next year. And then you can either dig them up and replant them right away, or you can dig them up and put them in a box of peat moss or something and then replant them, end of September, early October. Either way.
Okay, great. And by the way, a natural way to get rid of rabbits.
A natural way to get rid of rabbits.
Yeah, lilies bloom in my yard and then boom, they get eaten.
Yes. You might want to try a predator urine. So that would be a bottle of, say, coyote urine. You put it on a little cotton ball and put it in and around the plants. And you might smell it for a few hours, but the rabbits will smell it for a long time, and it will help to keep them away.
You have to reapply it after it rains?
After a heavy rain, yeah, you should probably reapply it. And you can get it in the garden center here.
I was just going to say, where do you buy coyote urine?
Coyote urine store.
We have coyote, fox, several.
Whatever.
Oh, good to know. All right, let's go to Karen from Wyoda. Hi, Karen. What's your question?
Hi. Yes, I have a huge lilac bush, and it really bloomed last year, and it was very pretty. This year, it didn't have one blossom on it, and I was just wondering, can I cut it back anytime now and reshape it, or what would your recommendation be on this?
So one of the couple of reasons lilacs don't bloom is they're not getting enough sun, or you've pruned them at the improper time. So if you did some cutting back like late last summer or the fall, you probably cut off your flowers for this year.
No,
so
I
what
didn't.
you want to do, okay,
You didn't.
Any pruning that you want to do it right after the lilacs are done flowering, so you can prune any time now.
Okay, I'll try that, and thank you.
Okay, thanks for calling.
Thank you for calling.
All right, let's go to Marilyn in Monona. Hi, Marilyn.
Hi. I have a burning bush that suffered a lot of damage this past winter. It's about 8 feet tall, and about half of the stalks appear to be dead. How would you recommend pruning that?
I think that with the burning bush, what it was first we had all that super wet weather late last summer, which they hate, and then we had the polar vortex. So it's kind of a 1-2 punch, and you'll see all over town that they're looking really bad. If you've got growth coming up from the base, which a lot of them are, just cut out everything that's dead, give it a shape, and in a couple of years it will start looking really good again.
Yeah, they're wrecked all over the town, all over town.
That's true.
All over, yes.
Okay, let's go to Lori from Mount Horeb. Hi, Lori. What's your question?
Lori?
Yeah,
okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I have new lilies that are 3 different heights. The tree lily, medium, and little. How many years does it take to get like to your knee or higher?
Well, it depends on the variety. Some of them are meant to stay short. So if you have some dwarf varieties, they won't really get much taller than they are right now. As far as the clumps getting bigger, I always say the first year it sleeps, the second year it creeps, and the third year it leaps. It's going to be a couple of years before they start putting on a lot of growth.
What was that again?
I had never heard that before.
Sleep, creep, leap.
All right.
That's a good way to remember it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Jean from Edgerton. Hi, Jean. What's your question?
Yes, we have a shaded brick patio, and the moss is growing up in between the bricks. Just wondering what we could use to get rid of that.
There are some mossicide products on the market that you can spray and it will kill the moss. But you have an underlying problem, which is that it's cool and damp and shady, and so moss is going to want to grow there. If your patio is shady, you can maybe thin out the canopy of the trees that are over it and let a little sunlight in. The damp stuff you can't really do much about. But you can apply, it's basically a herbicide that's formulated for moss.
Yeah, a lot of moss everywhere this year, it seems.
Well, especially this year because it's been so wet and cool, which
Yeah, it's
moss
been
really
perfect
likes.
for it. Yep.
All right, well, next week maybe we'll burn some of that off. It's going to be warm and humid. All right, Lisa, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for calling in.